Yo, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Oaghaji, aka Oaghaji. I'm back with another video. And today is going to be another review. Yep, that's right, y'all, another review. And today's review is going to be on the 1989 Japanese samurai film classic Kenka Yasubei Ketto Takada Nomabawa, or aka Yasubei The Mediator, the duel at Takada Nomabawa. Yeah, as y'all can see. Sorry, y'all, if I have to look up because, I'm doing this off the cuff and I have no script and all that. I'm just doing just right off the cuff as usual. But yeah, I'm definitely talking about this, pretty cool samurai film right here. Now, let's talk about the plot. I'm going to read it in the back of this DVD right here, courtesy of from SamuraiDVD.com. One of Japan's greatest heroes, Horibei Yasubei, who is best known as the finest swordsman in the Akko clan, who exacted revenge on Lord Kira for the death of their lord Asano in the Tale of 47 Ronin, had been famed throughout the nation after defeating the Murakami sword style in a wild duel at Takada Nomabawa. This movie tells Yasubei's life story, leading up to and including the spectacular swordplay that made him a national hero. Hideki Takahashi stars as Horibei Yasubei from his early life as a raw swordsman who becomes one of the top students in his dojo before marrying into the Akko clan. But first, he must face his greatest adversary in a showdown, the likes of which has never been seen. Let's talk about the story and the characters as well as the acting. I definitely like the story in this film, you know what I'm saying? Especially taking us to the story of one of the legendary 47 Ronin in feudal Japan during the Edo period. You know what I'm saying? Which I think, yeah, I think it's the Edo period. I think, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's definitely Edo period. But anyway, I definitely like the story in this movie. I like the fact that our character Yasubei is going through all these trials and tribulations to become, the famous national hero and swordsman that that has been well loved and well known in Japan, to this very day. You know what I'm saying? I wish I can speak a little bit more about the story, but I don't want to spoil it too much. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to buy this on SamuraiDVD.com and watch it for yourself. And no, it does not have an English dub, thankfully, and so it's on. It has English subtitles, so yeah. Anyway, I definitely like the character of Yasube, and he's basically he's not this automatic badass swordsman at the beginning. He goes through his trials and tribulations, like I said, and he will eventually become the swordsman that a lot of Japanese people will know today, which is pretty cool. And the fact that it was made in 1989 is also pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But and every decade has some dope entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Has some hidden treasures. But anyway, let's talk about the acting. Let's see. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. To have to get my train of thoughts. Hideki Takahashi. Yeah, I think I said his name right. Yeah, no, it's Hideki Takahashi. Sorry, excuse me. He did a pretty good job, in my opinion, as Yasube Horibei. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like that. And I also like how the other actors, did with their performances and the roles that they're in. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could say more, but like I said, I'm doing this off the cuff, and I wish I had a script on me and all that. But hey, what can you do? But overall, the story gets definitely gets a 4.5 out of 5. Characters, same thing, 4.5 out of 5. And the acting, oh yeah, a 5 out of 5 tops. Let's talk about the action and the cinematography and the lighting. Now, the action and the cinematography are done pretty well, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the fight scenes. The fight scenes are very well choreographed. It has that grit and realism and groundedness, which is cool. The film is definitely shot pretty well. Outside of the fights too as well. The different locations and the towns and all that, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? What else? And the lighting is actually done pretty well for its time, especially for the fact that with all the stuff that it had during that time period in Japan, which is amazing. You know what I'm saying? The fact that it could do some especially on small budgets too, which is amazing. Especially compared to big budget American films and British films and whatnot that have like big budgets and whatnot. But the fact that that a lot of these movies in Japan and whatnot that can do some great stuff without having a big budget is commendable. You know what I'm saying? And I like the fact how the fight scenes were edited, the wide angles, minimal editing and all that type of stuff, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the film was shot pretty well in my opinion, especially when you get to that into the characters and how how the cinematography brings up their presence, their aura, and all that sort of stuff. So for me, the action gets a 5 out of 5. Cinematography, same thing, 5 out of 5. And lighting, 3.5, 3.5 out of 5. Let's talk about the music. The music in this is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like it. The opening themes to like the end credit themes and the traditional Japanese music and all that stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but since it's been a while since I've seen this, I got to rewatch this. You know what I'm saying? But overall, the music is definitely pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Especially for what it delivered back in 1989. So, yeah, the music definitely gets a 4 out of 5. Overall, Kenka Yasubei Ketto Takada Nobaba, aka Yasubei the Mediator, the Duel at Takaba no Baba, is a pretty dope, awesome samurai film from the 80s, especially the late 1980s. You know what I'm saying? I definitely recommend y'all watching this film. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you want to get this film, go to SamuraiDVD.com. You know what I'm saying? Just create an account, search for this movie, and buy it if you want, and you'll probably be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? But even if you're not, but hey, at least you gave the film a shot, right? So yeah, this film definitely gets a 4.5 out of 5. Hope y'all enjoy this review because I definitely enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for the haircuts here and there, but hey, what can you do? Especially when you're doing off the cuff with no script, so you got to improvise. You know what I'm saying? I got to work on that because I used to doing reviews with the script in mind and all that type of stuff. So, but hey, once I get my laptop and all the stuff together, and all that stuff, then hopefully and get a webcam, I can definitely get back into doing reviews like script and all that. Well, hopefully, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, stay tuned for more videos, especially the reviews. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, with all that being said, this is your boy Oaghaji, aka Oaghaji, signing out. Peace.